everyone, Joy over here. Thanks for watching this video. We're going to be flowing today and focusing on our side body and just an overall feel good, practice. So thinking about releasing any tension, any anxiety, anything that weighs you down. So, but our primary focus today will be opening the side body, which I feel like we don't do very often, just like our quads. Sometimes we neglect them a little bit. So let's start seated today. You can sit on the edge of a block, a blanket, and just start to right away bring awareness to the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils. Notice the quality of your breath, the quality of your thoughts as they come and go. And then gently blinking the eyes to open. My dog is staring at me here. Sit nice and tall. We're gonna inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, take your left hand to the floor or a block and breathe here into the right side. See if you can keep that left shoulder away from your ear, right? So you can bend your elbow as much as you need. And come back to center. Breathe and stretch. Grow nice and long here through the spine, and then exhale. Switch sides. Make sure your chest stays nice and open as you lift the heart. One more time. Big breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then slowly come back to center. Now, take your hands in front of you and just fold here. Maybe take a moment to shake your head yes and no. Open and close your mouth. Allow the body to soften as you breathe through the back body here. So into your outer hips, your low back. Now extend the arms a little bit more. So stretch those arm bones in front of you and then walk your hands to the left. So you should feel a little bit more here into the right side. Try to keep the shoulders squared and leveled. And come back to center. Breathe in, lengthen a little more. And breathe out to the other side. And slowly come back to center. Tone the belly here. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Palms touch, hands to the heart. So we're going to repeat the same thing, but we're going to switch our legs now. So bring the opposite leg in front the way that normally doesn't feel natural, right? The way that you avoid. So inhale. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Maybe the forearm comes down this time if you want a little bit more. But again, make sure you're being kind to yourself, that you're listening to your body. It's not about forcing, pushing, right? It's about observing, accepting. All right, come back to center. Take a big breath in. And exhale, switch. Try not to collapse here. Energy through the fingers, your arm. Back to center, and then exhale, fold once again. Always trying to find something new to explore. Walk the hands to the left. Take a big breath in here. Slow breath out. And back to center. Inhale. Exhale to the other side. All right, friends, come back to center. Walk the hands towards you. You can shake it out the legs a little bit if you want. Otherwise, we're gonna come to stand to our knees here. Let me just move this out of the way. So we're gonna do a few rounds here, like we're gonna work with repetition, right? So you can fully, just enjoy the moment, be present, and follow your breath. So we're gonna inhale, circle the arms. We're gonna twist. So you can cactus your arms or extend your arms. I'm gonna move forward a little bit. So now, as you twist to your left, make sure that your hip is not following you, right? So keep the hip points facing forward. So you breathe in, reach, breathe out, twist. Gaze towards that left hand. Come back to center and to the other side. Inhale, stretch. Now exhale, you're gonna add the side body here. So that left hand can just reach towards the floor. Maybe you have a block handy, but now really breathe from the hip all the way to the fingertip. Come back to center and switch. You're gonna breathe in. As you breathe out, you're gonna sit back into a child's pose. Take another inhale, lengthen, exhale, hands to the left. Breathe in back and breathe out to the other side. Walk your hands back to center from the core. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. We're gonna do this 2 more times. Breathe in, 1 breath per movement, and breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Back to center and to the side. Follow the breath. Final one here. See if you can go a little deeper. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, exhale. Maybe the fingertips touch the floor this time. Come back to center and to the other side. Final child's pose here. And we're gonna come back to center. Very nice, friends. Good work here. Now we're gonna bring a little bit of awareness into the upper body, but also focusing on lengthening through the side body. So coming to a tabletop, just walk your hands in front of you. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Puppy pose. Whether you choose to curl the toes under or relax your toes. One more. Shift yourself into a little Sphinx pose here. So bringing the shoulders over the elbows. Wake up your legs. as you point your toes back. One more. And release. Press back into downward dog. So in that downward dog, right, we keep that side body nice and long as well. So feel free to take a moment here to paddle the feet a little bit, invite movements. And then we're gonna walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. So press actively here through the shins, right? Or some of you may even need to bring your hands higher into the legs, right? So choose what works for you. But again, I'm really activating through my belly, wrapping my shoulders back and down, or spread your toes and release. Again, inhale, exhale. Root to rise with a flat back. Come all the way up. You're gonna catch your right wrist with your left hand for a little side stretch here. Standing half moon pose. And back to center. Switch your hands. Come back to center. Lace the fingers behind your back. Breathe in and breathe out. Fold. Generous bend on your knees here. Remember that less is more. Notice where you're feeling lots of sensation, maybe discomfort. And that's where you want to send your breath, my friends. And you're going to release your hands to the floor. You're going to step your left foot back here. Take your knee down to the ground. We're going to reach that right arm up to the sky. Taking a side, like a twist here. Frame your right foot. Now pivot that left foot behind you. So you're going to keep your knee in line with your hip here. Now walk your hands towards the top left corner of your mat. Breathe into that right hip as you keep that right knee over your ankle. Again, always lengthening through the spine, through the side body. We're gonna walk our left hand towards the other side of the mat, right? So now here, you're gonna have that side body stretch here. And you can reach your arm overhead, you can take your hand behind your head. But really breathe here from that right outer ankle all the way into the armpit. All right, we're gonna slowly plant both hands and you're gonna take that left foot up towards the sky. Release your foot down. You're gonna inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upper dog. Press up and back, downward facing dog. And breathe here. You're gonna step your left foot forward, take your knee to the ground. Raise that left arm up. Open twist. Feel the chest open. Frame that left foot. You're gonna pivot that right, just like we did on the other side. Walk your hands towards the top right corner of your mat. Make Make sure that knee is not hugging into the armpit, so press your knee slightly out, away from you. Don't be afraid to feel sensations. For those of you that are very flexible, just make sure you're not, collapsing into the hip joint here. Keep everything nice and tight, nice and active. And we're gonna walk the right hand towards the top of the mat. You're gonna extend through the left leg. So press your foot on the floor, anchor down through that right hand. Breathe. You're gonna plank to the left hand, just step back into a plank. Inhale, exhale to flow. Breathe in, take a back bend of your choice, and breathe out. We meet in downward dog. Bend your knees, look forward, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back to rise. Hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep. Left hand, right wrist. Add that side stretch once again. And breathe back. Switch sides. Inhale. We're gonna open the shoulders just a little bit more here. So lace the fingers, loop the shoulders back and down, soften the knees, and fold. Final one, breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Let go, release the hands to the floor. Step your left foot back. Knee down to the ground. Inhale, raise that right arm. Open twist. Frame the right foot. Pivot that left foot. We're gonna go back into that down dog lunge here. Working towards the 90-degree angle with that right leg. Walk your hand towards the top of the mat. Find that side plank variation, that side stretch. Now level 2 here, if you want a little bit more, friends, you can pop that right leg up and you can even bend your knee. Catch your foot behind your back, adding a little quad stretch and also a little back bend here. Good, you can slowly extend that leg up. Step back into that downward dog. Inhale, shift forward into that plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Press up and back, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, knee down. Same routine here, same sequence. Slowly frame your foot, pivot that right foot. Find that down dog lunge. Don't be afraid to feel sensations. We have a few breaths here, so make sure give yourself permission to just slow down the breath, to be in the present moment. Walk your hand towards the top of your mat. First, just find that side plank here variation. Again, you can spin the arm over your ear. Maybe just stay here, or maybe lift that leg, or even catch your foot behind your back. Mindfully release. You're gonna take that flow. You're gonna step back, plank, or you can even just hold here and then find a downward dog. So for those of you dealing with any shoulder, wrists, anything that's bugging you, sometimes it's nice to skip some of the flows, right? The chaturangas, those push-ups. Or perhaps sometimes you're just low energy, you're feeling tired. Make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Hands to the heart. All right, we're gonna go into a little standing balancing pose here. We're gonna work with the Garudasana eagle pose. So you're gonna inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, right elbow under the left. Now bend your knees deeply. Take your right leg over, twist your legs like ropes. The variation can be the right big toe on the floor, maybe just pointing back, maybe not happening at all if the balance is off. Lift your elbows about shoulder height, hands away from your face. Soften the tops of the shoulders. You're gonna release your hands to your hips. You're just gonna step that right foot on the floor. So your legs are crossed here, right? Roughly the outer edges of your feet parallel to each other. Don't worry about that. Now you're gonna start to hinge at the hips. And the hands are gonna come to the floor or blocks. Feeling extra tight today, so definitely just feeling plenty here already. Two more breaths. Take your hands to your hips, tone that belly, friends. Press through the feet with the flat back. Slowly come all the way up. All right, very nice. Just shake it out here. We're gonna go right into the other side. So bring your feet to touch, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, sweep the arms. Take your left elbow under. So again, if the palms don't touch, the back of the hands or anything that works for you. Bend your knees nice and low. Think of a chair pose. You're gonna take the left knee over, maybe hook the foot or not. Just watch so the knees are not turning to the side. Try to have the knees pointing straight forward. Just breathe here. Two more. Hands to the hips. So now just straighten both legs. Take an inhale. Allow the heart to lead the way as you start to fold here. Notice the sensations on the side. If you want to grab your elbows with opposite hands. And take your hands to your hips. Slowly come all the way up. All right. Shake it out. Let go. I'm going to start to add a little bit more here to our little sequence. So you're going to inhale, sweep your arms. Open the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, you're gonna step your left foot back. Take a lot of space here. Make sure the right heel is in line with the arch of your left foot. You're gonna open right away into warrior two. So try to be nice and long here through the side body and stay committed through the legs. We're gonna reverse the warrior, right? So you're gonna breathe here into the right side. And now keep reaching back. Do a reversed triangle here. Just bring your arms out to the side so you're standing nice and tall here with both legs straight. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, TikTok your arms. So that's where using props can be super handy here if you want to bring the fingertips into that block. Rest your hand on your shin or even fingertips to the floor. All right, from here, you're just gonna bring that left arm over your ear and you're gonna bend your right knee, coming into a side angle. If this is too intense for you, bring your forearm to your leg, friends. Scoop that right hip under. Think about rotating through the rib cage so you're opening that chest. Take that left hand back to the hip, gaze down, come back to your warrior two. Inhale, exhale, reverse your warrior. Breathe in back to center, straighten that right leg, pivot your foot, toes are pointing straight forward here. And then we're gonna fold. So everything is nice and long here. The legs, the spine, the side body. Release any tension from the jaw, from your face. Just use this moment of stillness here to check in with yourself. Hands to the hips, tap into the core with a flat back, slowly come all the way up. I have crazy hair today, friends, sorry. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, just turn to face the back of your mat, right? So we're gonna go into that warrior two right away on the left side. Now watch here so those ribs are not splaying out, right? That the belly's not just hanging here. You wanna keep everything nice and tight and make your body feel nice and light. That's where you can start to relax a bit more. Take a breath in. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Relax through the right shoulder. Keep reaching back, straighten your left leg for that reversed triangle pose. Come back to center, breathe in and breathe out. Reach, reach, reach. Stay long through the side body. And then we're gonna go into that triangle pose variation here. Make sure you're not locking your knees. From here, you're just gonna start to bring the arm over your ear and bend your left knee. I like to use my block here for this one. So remember that forearm coming to your leg, that's totally fine. And then take your hand back to your hip. You can gaze down so you don't get lightheaded. Come all the way up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reverse your warrior. Come back to warrior two. Straighten your leg. Pivot your foot. Take an inhale. And exhale to fold. Go a little deeper this time around. Maybe walk the hands away from you. Couple more breaths here. And walk the hands back to center. Big breath in. Exhale, walk your hands towards your right foot. Step back to your plank. Move like you. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. We're gonna walk the hands back just a little bit, just enough so you can reach for your shin or your ankle. So again, we're gonna keep the side body nice and long, and we're gonna add a twist. So your right hand can catch your shin or the outer ankle. Gaze under the armpit. Twist here. And switch sides. And slowly release. You're gonna come down to your knees for just a moment here. So we're gonna add a little bit of side plank work, and also so it's gonna incorporate the side stretch, and also you're gonna feel your obliques activate a little bit as well. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna extend that right leg. Actually, I'm gonna mirror you guys. So your left leg is gonna be at the bottom here. You cross that right leg on top, hand to the floor. So this is a supported side plank, right? So you're gonna inhale, exhale, lower, and move with your breath. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Final one. Hold it there for 3 breaths. Breathe. Lift those hips. And slowly release. All right, we're gonna go right into the other side. So extending your right leg, cross the left leg over, tap into that core. So you're gonna breathe in, lift, and breathe out. 3 more. All right, my friends, good work. So we're almost towards the end of class now, so we're going to focus on cooling down a little bit and get a little bit more of that nice stretch here. So let's extend both legs. Again, you're always welcome to sit on the edge of that black blanket or towel, or use a block. So open your legs as wide as they go. Flex your toes, make sure they are pointing up towards the ceiling. You're gonna keep lifting through the heart, and then you're gonna slowly walk your hands in front of you. Maybe you use something to rest your forearms. And we're gonna stay here for 5 slow breaths. Notice the urge to escape the pose or to try to force the stretch by rounding your spine, gripping, or perhaps you were resisting the stretch, right? Last one. Start to walk your hands back slowly. Stay here with me. Keep the legs where they are. Maybe even open them a little bit more. Now, we're gonna square our shoulders towards that left leg, and you're gonna slowly fold again. But now, make sure that right sit bone is not coming off the ground. Doesn't have to be a huge movement here, right? Doesn't have to be a huge range of motion. Square off those shoulders, lengthen. Now from here, start to rotate your rib cage towards the screen. Take that forearm to the ground or to your prop and reach your arm over your ear. Make sure your chest is open. And lead with your right hand. Slowly come back up to center. Take a breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, square off the shoulders. Exhale, walk the hands in front of you. Always working with what's available to you at this very moment, right? It's what happens today may not happen tomorrow. One final breath here. And then we're gonna start to rotate the rib cage. I'm gonna use a little prop on the side here. It's usually a little bit more challenging. Final one, big breath in, slow breath out. Lead with your hand, come back to center, take another inhale, and exhale, just fold one more time. You should be able to notice a little bit more space here. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Again, inhale, create space. Exhale, let go. Start to walk your hands back. Gently, slowly bring the legs to touch. You may want to shake it out a little bit here, or even windshield wipe the legs. And then find your way down on your backs, coming to the very final portion of class, which is the most important one, right? Taking time to rest, to receive, to absorb all the benefits of yoga coming into your Shavasana. So take your time, make yourself nice and comfortable. See if you can spend at least 2 to 3 minutes in your resting pose. Thank you so much for joining me on your mats, allowing me to guide you. May you have peace, may you be happy, may you be free. Namaste.